Thanks for joining me. I'm Mike Fojtasek, and I'm really excited because I'm going to share with you some of the most important things I've learned about creating an optimal weight loss diet. And you're really going to enjoy the next few minutes that we have together. Now, if you caught my previous video, you know that there is no such thing as a perfect diet. And this is because of bio-individuality. That's quite a mouthful. But what that basically means is that we have unique biologies that respond differently to food. However, if you look at all the common healthy diets out there, you'll notice some common elements. And I'm going to share with you what I think are the three most important for weight loss. So let's get right to it. The first one is including more whole foods. Now, you knew I was going to say that. Every healthy diet encourages you to eat more whole foods. And I think the reason this is for two main reasons. One is because by including more whole foods into your diet, you eat less processed foods. I like to say pesky processed foods are problematic. Try saying that 10 times fast. And it's true. Processed foods are problematic. They have lots of artificial ingredients, unhealthy fats, and high amounts of sugar that are very problematic for the body and make it hard to do its job, including having a good metabolism. The second reason is because whole foods are natural. That sounds kind of silly, but natural foods are just processed easily by the body and is used more efficiently by the body for doing things like creating energy, focus, and yes, giving you a fat-burning metabolism. Okay, that leads me to the second element that a healthy diet has for weight loss, and that is that they include more nutrient-dense foods. Now, what I mean by nutrient-dense foods is that a food has a high amount of nutrients per calorie. A good example of that would be a blueberry. A blueberry has a ton of nutrients, and yet it's very low in calories. Now, at the opposite end of the spectrum would be something like white flour. White flour is very low in nutrients, but very high in calories. Now, when you eat nutrient-dense foods, your body is satisfied with less food overall because it's getting all those nutrients. So you end up eating less calories for the day than you usually would. Now, if you do the opposite, it actually turns on your cravings because your body wants those nutrients but isn't getting them. So it's asking you to give it more and more food, which can lead to overeating and weight gain. All right, now the third element that a healthy diet has for weight loss is that it has foods that allow your hunger and your fullness cues to work properly. Now, believe it or not, your body has a perfect intelligence for energy balance, i.e. calorie intake. Your body is perfectly designed to regulate the amount of calorie that comes in and the amount of calories that go out. So there's no need to count calories. All you have to do is eat when you're hungry and then stop when you're about 80% full, and then don't eat when you're not hungry. That's the way that it's set up to work. Now, we can eat foods that can disrupt this signaling process. And these are usually foods that throw our hormones out of balance. Things are quickly digested by the body. The two main things are going to be sugar and white flour. These are quickly digested and throw our hormones out of balance, interrupt this signaling process, and make it very, very hard for the body to either produce these signals or to hear these signals and to respond accordingly. So what you want to do instead is you want to have meals that include moderate amount of protein, healthy fats, and fiber. And what this does is it allows the food to be processed in a slow and steady manner that keeps your hormones balanced and allows this signaling system to work well. Okay, so those are the three elements, but let's just sum them up real quick because I want to make sure you remember them. The first one is to include more whole foods. The second one is to include more nutrient-dense foods into your diet. And the third one is to include foods at every meal that allow for slow digestion and your hunger and fullness cues to work properly. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Tell me how you're including more whole foods and more nutrient-dense foods into your diet in a fun and interesting way. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you can think of anyone who would also enjoy the video, Please share. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, like the Facebook page so you don't miss any future posts. And until next time, be healthy, be happy, be extraordinary.